Based on the surveys that you mentioned in your speech at the conference, where does vocational education and training stand on a global level in terms of private and social returns?
I would say that the private returns for vocational or academic secondary education are about equal on average around the world. When we take into consideration the higher cost of vocational education, the social returns are higher for the general or academic secondary compared to vocational.
Is that something that sounds about right to you?
I think that since we only have estimates of the wages for graduates, and the costs for vocational are typically higher because of the specialized equipment, labs, and the like, it does make sense.
You said that more education leads to higher earnings, yet in Europe, as Cedefop's European Skills and Jobs Survey has shown, there is a large proportion of overqualified employees who generally earn less than their skills would merit. How do you approach that?
During the crisis, of course, there will be people that are overqualified. There will be situations where people are earning less than they would. But post-crisis, the economy recovers. Those with higher levels of skills tend to do much better. So we expect, as we've seen in other crises, at the termination of the crisis, with the recovery of the economy, those with higher level skills will tend to earn even more. So we expect the gap to increase. And those who have higher skills are better able to weather the storm of the crisis, to recover better. Those with lower levels of skills will do worse during the crisis and will take longer to recover.
So what would the remedy for that be, especially for those with lower skills?
Investment in skills works. Investment in skill works during the good times, it works during the bad times. Especially during bad times, the foregone earnings, the opportunity cost of training is much lower. It's a good time to reskill. It also makes sense to keep your skills strong even when the economy is doing well. The skills that people invest in themselves continue with them. It's something that they keep for life and that they can continue to build. A good time to invest in skills is during times of recessions and downturns in the economy.
You've also said that people who learn early continue to learn throughout their life. As adult and lifelong learning is an area vocational education and training focuses on, how can starting to learn early be guaranteed?
Starting to learn early means many things, including health and nutrition interventions, early stimulation programs, what's been known as early childhood development programs. These are very cost-effective programs. They don't cost a lot to implement, and the returns are guaranteed over a lifetime. These investments are made by the families every day. For lower income families, it's important to compensate through public programs that are offered by, could be the private sector, not-for-profit sector, but with some government assistance for those who cannot truly pay for these programs. The returns are both private and social. The economy is better off with these investments. And as the Nobel laureate in economics, James Heckman, said, learning begets learning. The earlier we invest in people, the better for them, their families, and society.
You've also placed a lot of importance on information. How can that be achieved?
Sure, information is key. And I think it's probably one of the lowest cost interventions that you can provide. For getting it to the people that need it the most, there we need to target and tailor that information. Even information that's publicly available might not be accessible to some groups. And we've seen from many studies that tailoring the information, targeting the recipients, can lead to social benefits.